there's a handful over here, huh? What? Oh, no. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Night Ghost 49. Move the mic. There we go. Welcome back to Banished, MegaMod series. We're in the large map in the Nomadia Corp. I think it's the core right now until we get the corporation up and going. I don't know. Maybe we'll just play with that a little bit. Let's look at some comments real quick, and then we'll do overview. First off, David White says, good map, lots of small rivers for duck blinds, etc. like the last series. I agree. We've learned how to kind of utilize those even more, so hopefully we'll do that even more this time. Is it Iba or Eba? You tend to run so fast that you don't give yourself time to think things through. Fair enough. I agree. Excuse me. As others have said, your production chain should be what sets up your little areas. Rather than thinking, I need to put this somewhere, think where is this production chain being set up for before setting things down. Look forward to seeing you straighten things out. Yeah, I would like to take a better approach to that. I very quickly fall into not doing that. But I wanna try to get better about that. Excuse me. A couple more comments. Yeah, just a few more. Okay, cool. Ember Elf says, yay, large map. Really like your initial planning stages for this area. Looking forward to seeing more, quote, controlled, unquote, chaos theory. Like the new map, says Cathra. You shouldn't have problems with crop growth on it. Good episode. David Dietz says, love the new map. I agree with Bill. Get the schools going right away and get the wee beasties educated. Excuse me. And improve their productivity. If you want to sell wool coats and use other resources for clothes, there's a, was it clothier? Clother? Yellow mesh pattern icon. Right, yeah, I actually do remember where that is. Let me, yeah, right there. The linen weaver, right? You can turn 4 flax into a full suit without the need of being turned into linen, which is fantastic. It's a tiny footprint, only 1 worker, 4 squares, early map with MegaMod. The flax from gatherers is usable right away rather than having to take up storage space. That's actually a good point. Let me do that right here. This is kind of ground zero for a lot of different things. So we'll put a little gap there and do it that way. Cool. Thank you for the comment. Craig says, you're getting really good at this. Thanks, Craig. Appreciate it. Tara also says, you used to do the double roads through your maps in your main road. Maybe revisit that idea. I like that, actually. Doing the double wide roads. It makes it look a little neater. I say set your roads in first and flow along them. You're already cramming so tight against, again, and offsetting some buildings. You have a big map, just leave some space in between buildings, except row-style homes. You do get your zones. You do get in your zone, and you just drop things on the fly. Yeah, that's fair. Use roads and keep yourself in bounds. I agree with, is it Nahur, that you try to be a bit more organized. For example, you dropped your tailor clear across town from the blacksmith. Why not near the llamas? You said you wanted neighborhoods, so challenge yourself to add or to adjust your just plop and go flow. Looking forward to seeing you, seeing if you can accomplish the goals you set. Fair enough, fair enough. And I believe... Oh, actually, wow, there's a handful more comments. All right, my bad. Eater says, the bug nomads seem to be stranded in the west. Could a bridge over the western stream fix it? I actually hadn't thought about that. I've seen people cross the streams. But that's a very valid point. Let's get this one down and just kind of future-proof that a little bit. That's a good point. Yeah, let's do that. He also says, I believe the squash and pepper both go in a root cellar. Oh, they should have a smaller footprint than the standard barn requires lumber, I believe. They used to require hill or slope, but that doesn't seem to be the case anymore. Okay, actually, I didn't know that. Let's take a look. Where's the root cellar? Over here, right? Root cellar. Fruit and vegetables and produce that came from... Oh yeah, it doesn't need it anymore. You're right. And technically it fits right in here. Oh, wow. Let's make a root cellar. That's a really good idea. Let's test that out. I've got these. Hopefully it'll prioritize them a little bit. But Tiny Town Hall does bring nomads and could be an alternative to the well if it's irreparably bugged. Yeah, that's fair. This Tiny Town, well, I don't see the nomad tab, so I don't think it brings nomads, but we'll find out soon enough, actually. Okay, a couple more comments. Nahur says, try to make chains of production short. I mean, llamas next to tailors, next to trading post. If selling coats, I'd also like to see specialized towns like Furnitureville or Miners Creek. Ooh, I like that. I like the way you're like naming those too. The towns could be built around different trading posts. Oh, yeah. The towns will need basic amenities like schools, hospital, local blacksmith, food production. Of course, as it has to be everywhere. Can't wait to see what you come up with. I really do need to focus on that. I really do. Choctaw says, I'm just happy you're going to be selective on nomads. Yeah, I have to be to do this smartly. Nikolai says, Night Ghost, once again, you're still not running the most recent version of MegaMod. Please check out the forums at blackliquidssoftware.com to get the version 0.7 running. I'm not going to do that yet because the Banished challenge is happening in one day, and we can't run the beta version for that, so I'm not going to prioritize that right now because the whole the challenge that One Last Midnight is running with a ton of other YouTubers is going on. I want to be able to compete with that. Bill says, P.S. Night Ghost, you need to set up a few foresters with one person, so when you need it, it'll be ready. Oh, that's a good point, too. You should build a school first to educate. I love this. Educate workers and be smarter and work faster. And David replies to that saying the ancient tree can handle 15 students with minimal resource investment, too. Completely agree. You guys are fantastic, and thank you for all of those different comments. I didn't write down a lot of those this time. But I want to see how well I handle this initially. I want to identify, like you guys said, trading areas and things like that, and start building those first, and just see how we go. Let's put a little school over here. Which one was it? Not the Nordic school. Small town. Not the mini one. Where was that little one that we did? Small town school? No. The sacred word? Wasn't it that? Is that the one you guys are talking about? I like that one anyway. For now, it's just kind of fun. It's a little different. Okay, currently we have 78 citizens, 38 families, 23 homes. So we do need more homes. We are overproducing on food by a little less than double. We're underproducing on tools, overproducing on fuel. Iron looks good. Stone is not good. And actually, logs are not good either because we're building so much. So tools, huh? We just switched these both over to tools, so maybe that's not an issue. I'm going to unpause for a minute. Stone shack, dense tree shack. Okay, we're getting those. That's good. I've got a lot of things actually being built right now. We should go to graphs and do food and watch it at least at a 10-year span. There we go. All right, so these are here. It's early summer. We're not going to get these to be planted right now, but that's okay. I think I'm only going to do the single wide roads for agricultural areas. That's something that I always kind of did. I don't need to double wide those, so that's probably fine. I don't have a marketplace over here, so I'd actually like to get one of those set up too. So let's go in here and do dock market. Oh, is that not going to fit? You know what? Why don't I just remove the road this time? They walk through it. It's not like it's that big of a deal. That's probably right. Just have to see. We need to get these 4 going as well before we start the next year. Currently, we're fine. Looks like our root cellar is supplied, so they're going to be rocking and rolling on that bad boy here soon. I am going to mark just a handful of trees to get grabbed so we don't kind of get into a bad situation with logs. Okay, that's there. Let's go ahead and get our market down. Yeah, I'm a little off. That's okay. Actually, that's a lot of logs. Ugh. There we go. And again, we will come over here and we'll just take little strips of trees. This is going to take them pretty far away. We do have coats, so it's not going to be that big of a deal, but still. Let's get all the stone over here. Okay, we've marked all that. That's good. We might as well go ahead and place a stockpile here, just for convenience sake. Our linen guy's here making out of flax. Let's go ahead and get the one person working that. The root cellar is up and running, which I am very happy about. The education is up and going, so the sacred word is getting taught. And let's see, we've got 2 people here. We're making coke fuel. We're doing fine there on our fuel limit. Tools. Are tools okay? I'm not entirely sure. Got the blacksmith there. Oh, right, we're making tools here too. So we actually have 3 going. Limit of 100. Let's put that at like 300. So logs are currently a bit of a problem. Let's go ahead and start getting the squash going here. Just to make sure all of our food needs are met, that we don't kind of mess that up. There you go, squash is getting pulled in here. Let's just make it 2 builders for now. So yeah, okay, the squash is going in the root cellar. That's nice. These are getting filled up too. Okay, we have 3 things going on here. We've got our tree shack, we have iron and stone. Those are all going to kind of not really play that nice, but we'll get them to work. I've got our bridges here, and I've got another bridge over here. We're getting some trees cut down right now, so logs are coming in. Again, I really like to make sure this middle section is all just agriculture and whatever serves that. Excuse me, jeez. Sorry, I've had a bit of an upset stomach tonight, so I'm trying to get this episode out after the live stream. What I should do is clear out these little areas, and then where's the big hill? Oh, it's like way up there. Never mind. Oh, I was looking at this. I should clear out a lot of this stuff so that I can come in and flatten a lot of these. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so what do we have right now? Right now we have vegetables, and we have llama, which means we have a ton of wool, or at least we're bringing in some wool. So we should industrialize that big time. We're going to start getting some flax, which is going to start making some clothes. Really stoked about that, actually. Let's make that 200 limit for clothing. We have this up and going for the wool coats as well, which we're doing very well. If we look at our inventory and we look at the wool, we have 100-something wool. We could ramp this up very, very quickly. So why don't we do this? We'll say the southern half of this big, it's not really a peninsula, right? But the division here with the stream will be agriculture, just straight up agriculture. So I'm going to do something different than I normally do and plan. Go figure. And I'm going to do this a little, oh yeah, I'm going to do it a little differently. Let's remove that road. This is not serving what we need. So let's do that. Let's come over here, and I want to look and see what the best way to do this is. So 15 by 10. Let's start just squeezing these in here. Here's where I'm doing things slightly different. I am running a risk of disease within my crops, which is a little different than what I normally do. But I found that it's not that detrimental, and I could divide this up if need be. So right now this is not just set in stone concrete. We don't have to like freak out about this at all. But I'm going to just plan out the agriculture stuff here. I'm going to pause these as I do it. We already have these extra 4 ones going. We have a root cellar that, holy crap, like that's already getting super full. We could probably do another one over here. And then with the dock market, we can do some as well. A lot of the laborers, you know, I really should tell them it's late winter. Finish this off so that they can actually do even more. Let's build another home. I want to do that kind of slowly. This will help out a lot. But anyway, we're clearing this out. I want to do the southern half as agriculture. And maybe the upper half we'll do as pastures. And for now, we'll do llamas, but we'll get some other stuff in too. So there we go. We've got all these fields. I'm happy about that. We'll pause that production for now. How much work do we have? Let's unpause a couple at a time. We just won't allocate for now. So we've got the home being built over here. These are good. Wow, that's very full. And this is really full too. So we'll leave that alone for now. But then we need to start doing pastures over here. A lot of this stuff still needs to be cleared. Honestly, we could just say, for this area, just clear. And what we can start to do is put in some roads. And maybe what we should start doing now is do the double road system. And in fact, let's put a... Oh, jeez. Okay, we gotta let that clear. That's so annoying. I don't like that it does that, actually. Yeah, anyway. So this is just the manufacturing, or this is the raw good stuff. And you know what what we should do? This should be like Wool Town. All right, okay. This is the clothing district, okay? We need to do bridges and roads. We'll plan out the bridges soon. But we can clear all of this, and we can clear this and do homes, market, and production over here. All right, where are my nomads at? All right, they're here. 12. Great. Now, where the heck are they? Are they close? Yeah, okay, they're here. Alright, so maybe that was just a weird spawn. That's good. That's real good. Okay. So with that, I'll just unblock a couple of these. Okay, cool. And I think maybe central part of town, I should really do some boarding homes in certain areas just to get the influx and make it nice and happy. We're actually a little low on fuel right now. How are we doing on coal? Let's see. Coal's at 158. Now, let's do 4, 5. Get the 2 people working there. Now, the big mines, the benefit there is that we can just have the big mine, and we can dump tons of people into it. So let's keep that in mind as well. An outbreak of mumps, and I do have a mini hospital. Great job. All right, we do have some mining going on over here. So I think what we might do is we'll do a ton of mining over here, or in some of these other mining, or these hilled areas, and we'll do like tools and whatnot, and kind of get that up and going. I don't like just having the mini hospital. I'd like to build something else, but I haven't really optimized a lot of our production yet of like stone and logs and things like that. Let's come in here and start doing some roads that are going in here, right? Whoops. Come down here. Let's get those built. Get the roads over here. Or 2 times speed. Let's get it at least at 5. All right. Now I said that we do a thing over here. Let's let this clear and we'll do the pastures and whatnot. But I think now we might be able to come over here and flatten some of this. Right? There we go. Okay. And we can start pulling roads out here. And like you guys said, start with the roads. Oh frick, I just dumped a bunch of stuff, didn't I? Start with the roads and kind of go from there. For now, I am just going to put these little stockpiles in all these different areas. No, I don't want one there. In fact, here, geez, we just need like more stone and raw resources, don't we? What, we're maxed? We can put that at 1,000. The tailors do not need to be limited at all. Tools are actually looking good now. We upped the limit, so I think our production stuff was really just limited by our actual limit that we were putting on things. So here, that's not really the right road that we want. So we'll start our new little area, a new little town, maybe right here. Okay, and double road right there first. And then maybe from here, this is going to be kind of challenging for me. We'll go like this. Okay. And we'll build from this. I don't want to do squares or anything yet because I don't know all the sizes of the stuff that we need and where we want to put it and all that stuff. I could start placing it. That's totally a legitimate thing, but I don't need to do that right now. I would like to do the production maybe here and then the actual town here because I want to do a new market. And maybe we'll do a different one besides the dock. And even though the dock is super efficient, maybe we want to do a different one. So these are still getting built. I don't mind having these over here for now. Let's take a look. Production. We're catching up to our production, but we're actually still increasing it a little bit here and there. I I should probably get a couple dock buildings for reeds and feathers and things like that eventually, just so I can build the duck blinds and things like that. Just have a tiny little surplus. I don't want to go max crazy with that right now. But if we look at the overview, we're still really low on our overall homes. I think for now, I'll unpause one more of these. And, oh, this market's done. So how many people do we have working here? Should we just do 2 and 2 for now? And then we'll say we need at least 4. Okay, good. Good, good. We'll get that down to 2. We can start planning out this area right now, I think. This is getting cleared. I would like to do the roads here. Somebody else also mentioned, and I'm kind of ad hoc doing some of these comments, so my apologies, but somebody else did mention that I used bricks before to... I really just need to speed this up because they're clearing a lot of stuff. I did bricks before for the roads, and they liked that, and it actually worked out quite well. And I tend to agree. That was a good kind of decision that we made that I really did like. Now with the mines, we're going to need candles, and actually we're going to need them a whole heck of a lot quicker than I thought. We'll put that over here. Actually, we'll put it on maybe this side. You know what? No. Aesthetically, we can put this near it, but we should do some apiaries over here, right? Let's build. It's going to take a bit of resources, so let's do 2. Oh, I can't fit 2. Well, we'll just do the 1 then. We'll do the 1 here, so I can get the beeswax, and then once we get the beeswax, we can make those into candles. And with that, we need materials, material storage, but we do have the stockpile here. I'm real tempted just to keep this pattern up right now, just until we get that solidified. But like you guys are saying, we should put these things close to each other. So there's a candle maker right there. Perfect. I still haven't turned this on, so I'm pretty happy about that. I wonder how much lumber we have, though. We're down to 0. Okay, and we probably have a few buildings that are going to need it. And logs are looking okay. Our fuel situation's not looking great. I'm actually going to go ahead and put that to 1,000 because it did stop at one point, and I think we've got enough coal that we're kind of shooting ourselves in the foot. Yeah, that was our fault, honestly. So what I'm going to do is I'll turn this back on, and one person will start making lumber. Okay? How many kids do we have? Oh, we have 13 already in the Sacred Wood. Holy cow. Why don't we just make another one until we come up... Oh, only 5 stone for that? That is awesome. Did not realize that was that low. Okay, so yeah, apiary. We'll do the candle maker here so that our mines will not get behind, because that's something that I'm actually kind of concerned about. Look at that. We've got tons of children. We have a bunch of kids in school. People are still in here. All right, so we do need to start building out over here. Let's start thinking this out. This area is going to be industrial, but not like farmy. So maybe the colonial stuff is the right way to go. Also, another note, since this is the way we're running things right now, this absolutely means that I need to have enough laborers to handle this. So that's the downside of running things this way. Root cellar's looking good. These are looking good. How's the market looking? Market's not too bad with only the 2 people there. That's good. I need more laborers. So a lot of these students, 15. Oh, it takes 20. I thought it only took 15. That's good. Anyway, I need to start doing some homes over here. So maybe this area will be colonial, is what I'm getting at. So we can do the large and the small colonial. Maybe we will start with, what's the difference? Resource-wise, you know what, we can actually afford it. Why don't we do the large colonial homes? And we'll do 1, 2, 3. I'll let these build. And then the rest of them, though, we'll do them maybe in stints of 2. 2 rows, excuse me. And we'll pause all of these. You know, in fact, let's just pause one of those. We don't need that many over here. We'll do a market in the middle. And maybe I'll do a different market this time, because we're not going to have tons of people over here, right? So, let me think. You guys might kill me, though. Like, the centralized dock market really is good. Alright, you know, let's just put it in for now. It's really solid. It does look decent. Let's put a gap in between, though. Again, this does go back to the conversation that you guys had about roads as well, right? So, do the roads going that way, too. And the roads going like this. And, oh, you know what? Hold on. Pause. Yes, Nomads. Are we doing okay on food? I feel like we're fine. And I was just talking about it, needing more laborers. Yeah, we're okay. We'll bring in 5 more. I'm not going to stress out about that. I'll unpause that, and I'll unpause... No, I want to unpause the other one. Okay. We want them to start living over there, too. Alright, so I'll unpause, so these will keep going. But double roads, right? We talked about that. And, we talked about that, Nyko. I feel like I'm, like, scolding myself. We talked about this. You're not supposed to do it that way anymore. Okay, so... Dock Market, and we will do the double roads. Let's not forget to do them up above. Across here. Good. Alright, so those are going to get built. Good. Let's get that to 4 and 7 for the division of labor and builders. Cool. We're maxed out on 300 tools. Why don't we get that to 500 so I'm a little more... We're at 1,000. How are we doing on coal? We're fine. Well, then let's put it at 2,000. I'd rather get way ahead and screw up and not have it, like, kill us. Right. Apiary here is done. I would like to put 1 person there for now. Well, you know what? Let's just do 2 for now. Let's just get it going. Not mess around. And we can clear here. Candle makers, I'm not worried about that right now. That is not a big stress for me. Oh, the other school is actually getting finished, because that one is pretty much full. So there we go, we got another school. And we need more people, we need more laborers. Isn't that funny? Ah, look, all this stuff is done. And then this is going to be over here. Why don't... No, let's not do it there yet. I was going to say, let's put a bridge here. We don't need that yet. So let's come in here and do standard pasture. And what size are we going to do? 16 by 16, I believe, is what I did over here. How many does that house? 16. That's not that bad. Okay, how much wood is that doing, though? 60. Okay. 60 is not terrible. Let's flatten all this. Okay, cool. Somebody was crushed by a rock. That kind of sucks. So why don't we do roads here too, right? Double wide. Go back into the food. We will say here in 16 by 16. There we go. I'll leave it. I'll just pause that one for now because we're going to start splitting off, and it'll hurt our food production, but it won't hurt our wool production. Okay, we've got some homes over here, which is great. This is going to be built as well. I'm happy about that. And again, the production is probably going to be here. So what we need are a variety of different tailoring shops. So there's the basic tailor shop, which I'll do right now. Maybe some small tailors as well, just to mix this in and see what else we can do. A couple of those. I'll pause those. Clothing store, build a tailor. I don't know, maybe that's a little overkill doing all of that. And this one is like a tailor shop with a house above it, which, whatever, I'm not super concerned about that. In fact, I'm just gonna do a bunch of those together like this. And with that, I probably need to think about how we're gonna handle like supplies and things like that. So I'm gonna have to give that a bit of thought. We've got some stone. So could we do a stone bridge? Yeah, there we go. That's 30 stone, so we'll get that going. We might as well go ahead and mark all of this stuff. The iron and the stone to get pulled. Iron and the stone to get pulled over here. They've already supplied this. We're going to start building it. We've got these guys going here too. We've got a few people that have been educated. We'll go ahead and get one person making beeswax, and then let's do a couple pepper things here to do some food variety. Then we'll do squash and squash. Like that, right? And then 1, 2, 3, 4. Cool. This is paused. We will unpause that to get that finished as well. So now people are allocated and they're immediately going to start doing that. Now, our root cellar is completely full. So we need to go ahead and make another one. Nope. Here we go. I really do want to have it nice and close like we saw before. This ends over here. This takes lumber, doesn't it? Yeah. Yeah, let's do it like that. Could do another one here too. Let's do a quick check and see where we're at. 126 citizens, 49 families, only 30 homes. And the food's doing all right. So let's unpause 2 of these homes. We'll unpause one of these tailor shops as well. We'll mark this to be llamas, employ somebody, and we will split right now because we got to get that industry going. We're a little low on logs compared to where I want to be. So let's get that going a little bit more, and let's start future-proofing a little bit for logs, right? So dense tree shack over here. Let's get 2 people working that. In the stone shack, let's get 2 people working that guy too. So those guys are going to start working a bit more. I like that. And we can also come in here and just take out some of this wild stuff too. We have more nomads. Now hold on, let's think. First off, how many? 15 is kind of significant right now. I think we have enough to be okay. Maybe what we should do though is, this is like mining and blacksmithing, but maybe what we should do, and we've talked about mead, is do a bunch of honey production over here to support the mines and things like that, and they'll be here near the agriculture, so this makes sense. So it's like I'm thinking of a little bit of honey for mead here, and then maybe some of the apiaries here for the candles. So maybe we can do something along those lines. I'm thinking about accepting them and like having some flex food as well to handle that situation. Because right now, is everybody living close? I think they are. I think they are. Good, 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 good. Let's accept them. I think I'm okay with that. Okay. And let's start planning out this way. So let's do dirt road. So we've already identified 2 major areas here where we've got little communities. This is kind of a cool way to thinking about it. And we're right near the river, so we can sell some of this stuff if we need to, which we will. You know, we'll need to do that. How much are you making? Less, because we're probably out of wool, guys. I bet you. Yeah, 6. Yeah, we gotta think about the splitting is good. We've already got 9 out of the 8 there, so this is going to be a good thing, I think. And I probably need a hospital in here. There's a lot of things that we need. Okay, don't get ahead of yourself. I'm like having to like calm myself down because I'm like, this is a different way. You've never done it before. Oh, the root cellar is here. I forgot that I placed it like that. Okay, so this is already double. So let's go ahead and put our dirt road here so I know kind of how that's allocated out. Let's do... Can I go down 15? I cannot. There we go. It's like the most chill / kind of stressed that I've been in a while. There we go. And this isn't going to give us anything worth doing. Well, I mean, it's worth doing. It's just, I don't want to do it that way, honestly. And we'll unpause this. I do need to put some homes down over here. This little market actually is really good. Stop that. Is really good for this area. Wait, what do I have for? Oh, the other one must have finished. Let's get 6. 4 people still need homes. I'll mark that down to 2 for now. And that home is finishing. Let's go ahead and get those 2 up and going. I'm going to need more stacks burners as well. And I like the idea of maybe doing the stacks burners over here, because the logs and stuff are going to be right over here from this area and from over here. So maybe I should come in here and do a couple stacks burners. So right now I'm not ready to do the big guys yet. So let's do that. You're maxed on materials. I don't think that's the way I want it. 270 is not bad. I'm going to turn this off just for the lumber situation, even though I do want more. So fuel is actually still doing really well. I'm going to pause that one. Let's just build the other one to be ready is essentially what I want to do. Okay. Excuse me. Lots of new students. Are these full up? No, they're not. That one is. Good. But this one is not. Are we maxed out there? We are. We're getting kind of close to the point where we need to upgrade those. How are we doing on beeswax? We don't have a lot of beeswax. Do I have 2 people working here? I do. Again, this area, I really do feel like we could do honey for food and then honey for the beeswax. So why don't we plan that a little bit? Let's do... I don't really... Well, I don't know how I want to do the mines there. I got to think about that a little bit. But for now, I need more apiaries. So we're going to do 2 of these. Okay. And then I'm probably going to do a road. Goes up from the apiaries. Right? Like this and divide it. Okay. Then we will do the actual, you know, the little beehives, the bee shelters in here. Is that, yeah, the bee shelters. There we go. This will be like bee colony, and then we'll think about how we're going to have, you know, like the meat industry near it. Okay, cool. See, this is still kind of problematic. I feel like late autumn it got too cold too quick for this scenario. So I don't know if that's really us or if it's just kind of circumstantial. So we're going to turn you off for now. Somebody died. They were crushed by a rock. I think we're okay still. Food production looks good. Tools, good. Fuel is way good. Iron is not that great, but it's getting better. Stone, we're doing good. And logs, we're behind. I'm doing a lot of manual gathering of logs right now, which is problematic. Really is problematic now that I'm looking at it. Okay. Got those guys. These are, look at how many jobs I've queued up. This is the weird part about planning that I'm not really used to. So that's nice and... what am I trying to say? That's nice and stocked. Good. I do want to think about... I mentioned a minute ago about reeds and things like that, just to get a little bit going. I don't want to plan out a whole industry right now. I don't think that's needed or really that appropriate. So... there, like a couple reed farms so that we can use those for duck blinds. I believe that's... or hunting blinds. Yeah, hunting blinds. And we could sell extras or just make them into bundles or whatever. There's not a bad reason to do that. I have a lot of the... Okay, let's go over here and turn some of these off. I feel like some of this is overkill. I can't even see where some of these are, though, unfortunately. Ah, that's where it is. I can kind of see the outline. So there. Let's turn some of these off so they don't have to stress about it. There we go. Okay, there's a few of them. We're down to 24 things that need to be built. Well, they're bringing in food like mad. Like, look how much food we currently have. That is full. This is full. This is full. My goodness. Jeez. Are you full? I mean, it's gonna be. Come on, finish these up, guys. I don't even want to turn these on. We're not even dealing with these the way we should. Some of them are not getting planted quick enough, actually. So that's kind of a... That goes back to that problem that I mentioned before about not having just laborers pick it up. Oh my goodness, we're just chock full. How much does this hold? So how much is this holding? Just under what, 6,000? And actually, this is comparable, but it also holds like iron tools and stuff. I gotta think about that. We're gonna have to do some other... I mean, the market's covering the area for like tools and stuff like that. But we probably need even more root sellers, don't we? Yeah, let's do a like back-to-back thing. Let's remove... Nope. Let's remove those roads. Say, please finish that. Go into storage, root cellar. I wanna throw that down real quick. Let's see if it'll let us do that. We'll do them back to back like that. Because it does have a smaller footprint and it does a comparable size to the full-on barn. So that's good. Still 24 things being built. And more nomads. I'm probably going to say no. It's another 17. Unless I can really honestly think of ways to fully incorporate these guys. Don't see... Well, I mean, I guess I could get them all working here. To me, it's actually just a resource issue. All right, I'm gonna be slightly crazy and do that. But before I go too nuts, I'm gonna put in some actual, like a hospital here as our central starting area. Let's do that. And I will actually unpause these. Stone is a bit of a concern, but we can, now that I have all these extra laborers, I can tell them to come over here and just grab all this stone. Now that's not a good future proofing. So what I will do is come over here and say we need a second stone and salt mine. When I double the road, that's why it's a little off here. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. I think the iron is going to be a little bit less of an issue, but we'll have to see. Let's get 2 people working that. Very good. Guess there's a handful over here, huh? What? Oh no! Why? Okay, all right, it's fine. Shh. Why? I'm being nice, and I'm bringing in nomads. Is this the wrath? Is this the wrath of Mother Nature? Don't do it. It's too many people. It's the comments section. All those trees are gone. Oh my goodness. Stop. Stop. What are you doing? It's actually not going to hit us, so I'm just sad that all the trees are getting jacked up. Alright, dude. Do your tantrum. That is kind of a cool looking tornado. Love the like twirly effect that it's doing too. Look, there it is. Oh, it's hanging out. It's like, well, maybe I'll come back. You think I'm cool? No, you're fine. I appreciated the visit, but you can leave now. Thank you. Right? Oh, man. Stone Shack and Dense Tree Shack. I just increased our population there. Right. Oh my gosh. No, thank you. And we're talking about planning. I want to do another little community out here at some point. I don't know if, well, we'll do the village homes out here. Basically, I want to put down a few more homes because we're missing them, and I want to, you know, think ahead and do what we've been talking about all along. So I'll do 4 homes over there. Get those built. Got this stuff. How are we doing? 14 out of 16 already? Holy cow. Holy llama. We're getting a lot of wool in there. That's good. Got some reed farmers here. That's nice. We want to get these guys employed, because that's all food. Let's continue to build these. That tornado threw me for a loop. Threw me for a loop. What did I put the limit at? 500? That's actually probably a pretty controlled limit now that I'm looking at it. Look at that. These guys are fully employed, just rocking and rolling here. You need to be coke fuel. Let's get 2 people on that. Very good. Still tons of things being built. It's kind of crazy. I don't know what? We've already finished a lot of these. What? Oh, I guess I unpaused some of those at 3 each for builder, and that's a 4 more. Got these reed farms. I'm going to turn one of them off. Let's get 1 person working that one. See, we're already down to 6 laborers. We have the way to, you know, get them all employed. Look at all these people. My goodness. I think I should hold off on another intake for a while. Because look at the disparate number between families and homes. I don't think that's a good idea. How are we doing on classroom? Good night. Alright, well, we need a classroom over here. We don't want to do like a sacred wood. Let's do a different one. We could do a 1-room schoolhouse. This is the kind that you can upgrade later. But I don't have building supplies, so this will just be kind of being upgraded. As we need it later on. Okay, so all of these guys are here. Look at all of this. It's autumn, and all this hasn't been picked up. This is where I want to put extra people, honestly. This is already supplied, so it's getting built as well. I do like that. Let's do roads. Go like this. Okay. Cool. How are we doing on storage? Those are completely maxed. Oh my goodness, this is getting built. They don't have anywhere to put it. Holy crap. Wow. I should put a root cellar just in here to pull the food this way. That's kind of a good way to handle it. Not the best, but kind of a good way to handle it. Okay. That's a lot of stuff. Let's grab the root cellar here. Let's get a few more people employed there. We'll mark a couple of these not to be worked. Good. Alright, so we're getting the beeswax in. Do I have a decent amount? 72, not really. How are we doing on candles? 27. That's not even enough to upgrade one. And we're gonna need it like almost immediately. But we're building the second stone mine, so that's actually pretty good timing. These homes are getting finished, or getting supplied, not finished, but getting supplied now. So we've got our clothing area over here. We've got these, which that is already stinking maxed. Wow. That was really quick, guys. I'm genuinely surprised. 7, there's 11 there. Alright, well, there's 3. We're gonna have lots of wool coming in. I might as well tell this to go squash, and that's finished. Good. This is good. Oh my goodness. Can't believe this is going so well. Got the hospital here for later. You know what? I'm gonna just say don't work that and work this one. That'll be our overflow. This guy can handle like 20 or whatever instead of 5. You're already marked here. Stone is starting to fill in. Logs. Stop it. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so we're starting to bring those in. These could be more efficient for sure. I could put roads around them as well to kind of clean them up. What 22 jobs? I've paused so many things. What is left? I mean, 4. And then another 2 at the root cellar here. And this is done. What else are they building? The school. So 4 more. That doesn't feel like the... Oh, wait, the homes. It's these. These are like 3 a pop. Yeah. Never mind. That makes sense. That makes sense. Alright, guys. Thanks, everybody, for being here. I definitely appreciate it. Let me know what you think in the comments. This is a bit of a different approach for me. I'm far more calm and collected when I'm doing this. So, it'll be interesting to see how this goes. For sure. Again, thanks, everybody, for being here. I really appreciate it. And I'll see you guys next time. Later.